Thresholds of Thought. Hypatia's Last Letter. Alexandria, March 415 CE. The library's shelves grow emptier each day. In a modest room overlooking the harbor, a woman writes by lamplight. Her name is Hypatia, philosopher, mathematician, teacher. She is 60 years old. She has 5 days to live.
My dear Synesius, it has been 3 years since your last letter reached me here. I understand, you are a bishop now, and I remain what I have always been. The distance between us is no longer measured in miles between Cyrene and Alexandria, but in the gods we do or do not invoke. I write to you tonight not to reproach you for your silence, but because you were always my finest student, and there are things I must say while my hand can still hold the pen. The city grows darker each day, Synesius. Not the honest darkness of night, which invites stars and contemplation, but the darkness of fear, of minds closing like fists. Yesterday, they burned another section of the library. Not officially, you understand, just an accident. A lamp overturned. As if wisdom were something that could be extinguished by flame. Bishop Cyril's monks patrol the streets in bands now. They call me pagan, witch, corrupter of Christian souls. Perhaps I am guilty of the last charge. I taught Christians, Jews, and pagans alike that reason, not revelation, should be our lamp in the darkness. If that is corruption, then yes, I am corrupt. Do you remember, Synesius, the afternoon we spent proving that the earth circles the sun? You were so excited you forgot to eat. You said, "Teacher, if this is true, then we must reconsider everything." And I told you, yes. Always. That is what it means to think. I wonder if you still believe that, now that you wear the bishop's mitre. Or have you learned, as so many do, that certainty is more comfortable than truth? Forgive me, that was unkind. You did what you needed to survive, to protect your family, to have influence in this new world being born. I do not judge you. I chose differently, that is all. I chose to remain at the threshold, neither fully in the old world, nor willing to enter the new one on its terms. There is talk in the markets, whispers that reach even me. Cyril wants me silenced, not my ideas, those he cannot touch, buried as they are in manuscripts scattered across the empire, but my voice, my presence, the offense of a woman who thinks freely, who teaches men, who dares to walk unveiled through the agora, discussing conic sections and celestial mechanics. I have made arrangements for my manuscripts. Some will go to Constantinople, others to Athens. My work on Apollonius and Diophantus, you always said it was my best, will survive me. This gives me comfort. Not immortality, perhaps, but a kind of continuation. Like light from a star that has already died, still travelling. I am not afraid, Synesius. That may surprise you. I thought I would be, but I find instead a strange peace. I have spent my life teaching that the cosmos operates by rational principles, that there is order beneath the chaos. If I am wrong, If there is only chaos, then my death means nothing. And if I am right, then my death also means nothing, except as a rearrangement of atoms, a return to the mathematics that governs all things. Either way, I am content. What I grieve is not my own ending, but what ends with me. Not just the academy, that was dying anyway, but something more precious. The belief that we could disagree about the gods and still sit together to study the stars. That a Christian, a Jew, and a Platonist could share a proof of geometry and find common ground in its beauty. This world, I think, is finished. Perhaps it deserves to be. We became too comfortable in our wisdom, too confident that reason would always triumph. We forgot that most humans prefer the comfort of certainty to the vertigo of thought. So now I ask you, my dear student, what will you do with what I taught you? Will you hide it? Dress it in ecclesiastical robes? Smuggle it into your sermons disguised as Christian doctrine? Or will you forget it, as one forgets a dream upon waking? I hope, and this is my last hope, that you will do something braver. Teach your children to question. Not just the old gods, but the new ones too. Teach them that doubt is not the enemy of faith, but its refining fire. Teach them that a question is worth more than 1,000 certainties. The lamp is burning low. My hand aches. I should sleep, but I find I want to watch the stars a while longer. Ptolemy's stars, rising exactly where his tables predict them. Mathematical, indifferent, perfect. If you remember me, Synesius, remember this. I was not brave. I was simply unable to be otherwise. Some of us are born at thresholds and cannot step away even when the door is closing. Give my love to your children. Tell them their mother's teacher believed they could think for themselves. The stars are very bright tonight.
"5 days later, on her way to the academy, Hypatia was dragged from her chariot by a mob of Christian parabolani. Her death marked not an end, but a threshold between ancient and medieval, between wonder and certainty, between the question and the answer. Her manuscripts survived. Some of her students survived. The question survives still. What do we owe to truth when truth becomes dangerous?